Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please confirm if you can hear me. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. So, inshallah, we will continue with yesterday's topic of Badal. And I've taken some of these examples, which I will skip them. So there are two more examples I will take related to Badal. So inshallah, this topic will be clear to you. Qala Amirul Mu'mineen. Now, what kind of sentence is this? This is not a sentence. This is just a phrase. And it starts with fi'l, qala. This is fi'lul madi. And you have not learned about this fi'l because I have not taken examples of fi'lul madi which contains alif, waw, and ya as one of the letters, root letters. So I have not taken those because they have special rules. But remember that qala is one of one such fi'l. It is fi'lul madi, and it means he said. Okay, it's again here damir mustatir. Now qala is he said. Amirul Mu'mineen, what kind of combination is this? Amirul Mu'mineen, what kind of combination is this? You can type your answers and just if you can guess anyone, what kind of, yes, this is mudaf ilayh. Yes, this is mudaf ilayh. Here, Mu'mineen is plural. Now, I have not taken plural topic yet with you, but okay, few things you will know it from meaning because you all read Quran. So I'm sure you might be familiar. Mu'mineen means Muslim, mu'min. Okay, mu'mins. Okay. So Amirul Mu'mineen means Amir of mu'mins. Okay, that's what it means. Amir is like a leader. Okay. So qala Amirul Mu'mineen means Amirul Mu'mineen said. So this is fi'il. And what is fa'il here? What is fa'il? Who said? Qala, who said? So what is fa'il here? Yeah, so if the fa'il for huwa, there is either mustatir or fa'il is coming after fi'il. Is there any fa'il coming after fi'il here? So mustatir, yes. Qala, if I say independently, it is mustatir. But there is, if there is a ism present after fi'il and it is marfu', then it is fa'il. So here Amir is the fa'il. Yes, Amir is the fa'il. All Amirul Mu'mineen. Now I want to say specifically which Amirul Mu'mineen. Okay, Amirul Mu'mineen normally are referred to the Khulfa, the Sahaba who ruled, the Sahaba who handled the Khilafah in the beginning years after Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So there was Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. After that it was Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, like that. So now I want to say Qala Amirul Mu'minin Ali. So if I will say Ali, then this will be, normally Ali is written as Aliyun. Aliyun. So I am giving the name of the Amirul Mu'minin also. So this is Badal, right? Now this is Badal of what? This is Badal of what? Substitute. Badal means substitute. Anyone? Amir. No, mu'minun means most mu'mins. Mu'mins, you can say in English. Amir, it is point. So who is the what is specific Amir? Who is that specific Amir? It's Ali. Okay, Amir. So it's the badal of Amir. Okay, it is a substitute of Amir. So it will take the same i'rab. Now Amiru is what kind of i'rab Amiru is taking? What kind of i'rab it has? Is it rafa, nasab, or jar? Rafa. So this is, yes, it is marfu. So aliyun will also be rafa. Okay, aliyun will also be rafa. Understood? So one example I'll take from Quran. This is from Surah Hud, ayat number 61. This beginning of the ayah, I have not quoted the whole ayah. وَإِلَى ثَمُودَ أَخَاهُمْ صَالِحًا. And towards Thamud, وَإِلَى ثَمُودَ, and toward Thamud, أَخَاهُمْ. What kind of combination is this? أَخَاهُمْ. Akhun means brother. Akhun means brother. Akhahum. Mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Yes. So what is mudaf here? What is mudaf here? Akha. And what kind of, and whom is mudaf ilayh? So what is the i'rab of mudaf ilayh? Whom here? What is the i'rab? In which state it is? Is it rafa, nasab, or jar? Jar. Why? Because mudaf ilayh is always majroor. Mudaf ilayh is always majroor. Now, what is the i'rab of mudaf? Mudaf is akha here. What is the i'rab of mudaf? Nasab. Well done, Sister Ruhi. Well done. Yes, this is nasab. Okay, now why it is nasab? We are not going into the details because I will not take you into the analysis of this ayah. But I am talking now specifically about badal. Okay, so akhahum. Now the name of the akha is given here, salihan. Salihan. So towards Samud. Samud is the, like the, it's the qawm, it's the people of Samud. So Allah is saying, and Allah sent towards the people of Samud, okay, their brother. Akhahum is their brother. Yes. And his name is mentioned, Salihan. Now, why Salihan is mansub? Why it is in the nasab state? Okay, why it's in the nasab state? Salihan. Because of Samud. Why? Yes, it is badal of what? It is badal of akha, akhun. Okay, it is badal of akhun. Yes, and since akhun is in nasab state here, that's why akha it is. Okay, that's why it is. So sister. Okay, so that's why it is. It is also in this is also in nasab state because this is badal. Okay, understood, brothers and sisters? Okay, so now I'm going to talk about specific badal, a specific badal which you have already learned, and that is what? When a ism that comes immediately after Ismul Ishara, okay, and it carries al with it. It carries al with it. Then that is called Musharun ilayh. Okay, that is also badal. So if I want to say this is a book, so I will say hada kitabun. Hada kitabun. But if I want to say this book, if I want to say this book, Ismul Ishara is what? Hada. If I want to say this is a book, this is a complete jumla. This is jumla ismiya. Okay, it's a complete meaningful sentence. So this is a book is a complete jumla. Okay, so hada is a Ismul Ishara. Okay, and kitabun, and it is mubtada, and kitabun is khabar. Okay, now I want to say this book. So this book, is it a sentence, jumla? No, it is not a sentence, because this book, what? This book, you are expecting more information. This book is on the table, or this book is under the table, or whatever it is. Okay, so I want to say this book. So how I will say? Hadal kitabu. Hadal kitabu. So after hada, the ism that comes with al, that is called Musharun ilayh. That's also Badal. You can even call it as Badal. Okay. And this Badal matches in all four qualities of ism: i'rab, jins, adad, and qism. These are the four ism properties. You know this, right? I'rab is the status, jins is the gender, adad is the number, and qism is whether it is proper or improper. Okay, it is ma'rifa or nakira. Okay, is it clear, brothers and sisters? So this is Ismul Ishara, Musharun ilayh. I'll take few examples of this, 2 examples, so you will understand from it. So I said, if I want to say this man, how I will say? Man means rajulun in Arabic. This man, how I will say? Hadar rajulu. Yes. Hadar rajulu. Now this man is a trader. Hadar rajulu tajirun. Hadar rajulu tajirun. If there is no al here, if there is no al here, if it is hada rajulun, it will make the meaning of that will be this is a man. The meaning will completely change. This is a man. And if you add tajirun also, so again it will be behave like it's a not of that, which will become meaningless here in this case. So here, if you put al here, so it means hadar rajulu, means they have a relationship between them. So they are connected with each other. So this is what? This is Musharun alayh, and this is Ismul Ishara. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? So both of them, they match in the properties. Haza refers to a single person, single. So ar-rajulu is single. Haza is normally referred to male. So ar-rajulu is male. Okay. Haza is this is Ismul Ishara. Ismul Isharas are always marfu. Okay. So it's not necessarily it's marfu, but it's this is mubtada, so it is marfu here. So ar-rajulu is also marfu. Okay, and Ismul Ishara are always ma'rifa. Okay, I should not say marfu. It's always ma'rifa. So that's why there is al. So it matches in all four properties. Okay, hadar rajulu tajiru. Understood? Okay. Will it be this is a tradesman? No, this is wrong, sister. No. Hadar rajulu means this man, straight away. This man. And then tajirun means is a trader. See, I taught you the technique of finding the break in the sentence. If you remember, in the, I think I took it in the initial lessons, I don't know, 5th or 6th lesson, I mentioned that. Okay, so this is you're talking about, yeah, you can say that, you can assume that, yeah, this is a tradesman. If it is not manut, probably yes. Okay, so this is the analysis. I'm not going into the details of this, you know this already, but for the sake of your record. I'm just taking this example. Okay. Fine. This is clear. I'll go to the next slide. Okay. Another example. This house is of the trader. Now tell me the sentence, Arabic sentence of this. هذا البيت. Sisters, take the Arab properly. Arab is very important. Arab is very important. Okay. Sister, you are close to the answers, Sister Sana. Yeah. So, Sister Sophia, yes. هذا البيت للتاجر. Sister Sophia, well done. هذا البيت للتاجر. Okay. هذا البيت للتاجر. Well done. Yeah, so there was a question, Badal should match. Now this I'm talking about, see, Badal, not all Badal will match all four properties of Ism. Not all four, it will not match. This particular I'm talking about, Musharun ilayh. This will match all four properties of whatever Badal. So here, it is Badal of what? Hada. Here, Musharun ilayh, it's Badal of Hada. Okay. So it will match in all four properties of Ismul Ishara in this case. Okay. I hope that answers the question. Who asked that question? Siraj. Yes. Okay. So this is clear. So I'm not doing the analysis of this. This is for your, you know this already. But you can see this. Okay. Fine. I'll go to the next slide now. Here. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, Ism have four properties. And what are they? I'rab, Jins, Adad, Ism. Ism have four properties. I'rab, which means status, Jins, which means gender, Adad, which means number. And Qism means type, whether it is Ma'rifa or Nakira. It is proper or improper. Adad means numbers, whether it's singular, dual, or plural. Jins, gender, masculine, feminine, muzakkar, or muannas. I'rab. Now, I'm taking a revision of the I'rab today in 5 minutes. After that, I will go to the new topic. I'm taking I'rab in 5 minutes because yesterday I noticed many students, they are not familiar with I'rab. I'rab is the basis of this, foundation of this Arabic language. You have to know I'rab, it is very important. So I'rab is the status of Ism. So those people who have any confusion about I'rab, today is the good chance for them to learn. Okay. I'm taking in short, in very brief explanation, I'm explaining the I'rab in 5 minutes, inshallah. What is the I'rab? Okay, so there are 3 levels or status of Ism in a sentence. So when the Ism comes in a sentence or in a phrase, then it can take its position either in the status of Rafa, it can take its position in the status of Nasab, or it can take its position in the status of Jar. So these are the three states the ism can take: rafa, nasab, and jar. When the ism is in the status of rafa, then that ism is called marfu. When the ism is in the status of nasab, then it is called mansoob. When the ism is in the status of jar, then that ism is called majrur. Okay. So these are the three status of ism. When it comes in a sentence or a phrase, it will take its status into any of these three levels. Okay. Now, to give you an example, I can say Muhammad in three ways. I can say Muhammad in three ways. Muhammadun, when the last letter of Muhammadun is Dhamma, or when the last letter of the ism is either Dhamma or two Dhamma. Here it is two Dhamma. Okay. Dun, un. Okay, that's the sound. The last letter is carrying the two Dhamma, then it is marfu. Then this Muhammadun is a marfu, or it is in the status of rafa. Okay. When I can even say Muhammadun as Muhammadan also, they mean the same thing. Okay, but in the sentence, the meaning of sentence will change. Okay, and you will learn that when you are doing the analysis of the sentences. Okay, so when it is Muhammadan, then this ism, which is its last letter is carrying two fatha, or if the ism carries single fatha also, then that ism is mansoob, or it is in the status of nasab. Okay, so normally when the last letter is carrying two fatha, then always one alif is added. Always one alif is added. This is for the sake of writing. This is for the sake of writing. Okay. Now I can even say Muhammadun or Muhammadan, or I can even say Muhammadin. Okay. Now the last letter is carrying two kasra. So when the ism's last letter takes two kasra or single kasra, okay, then it is majroor, or it is in the status of jar. Okay, remember this, brothers and sisters. This is all i'rab. Okay, now this is, I'm telling you, for the singular words. Okay, for the singular words. Mufradun. Mufrad means singular. Mufradun means singular. Mufrad. Okay, so singular. Now I've not taught you yet dual and plural. So when dual and plural will come, you will learn the i'rab of that also. Okay. Now let's see a few examples. So when it is singular words, you are always looking for the ending sounds of the ism. What is the last letter? What is the sound of the last letter? So Arabic is all, sound is very important in Arabic. How you are pronouncing the words. What is the sound of the last letter? Now, when the sound of the last letter is un or u, then it is rafa. When the sound of the last letter is a or an, then it is in nasab state, or it is mansoob. And when the last letter sound is e or in, then it is in the jar state, or it is majroor. So take an example. So when it is taking un, an, in, so un is in the rafa state. I'm telling these signs of the last letter. An is in the nasab state, in is in the jar state. In the same way, if it is single dhamma u, then also it is in the rafa state. It is single fatha, last letter is carrying single fatha, then also it is in nasab state. And if the last letter is carrying single kasra, then it is in the jar state. Okay, this is all i'rab. It is so simple. Now take few of the examples. Talibun, which means student. Talibun is in the sense bun, last letter is taking two dhamma, that's why it is marfu. Taliban, again it means student only, but last letter is carrying two fatha, so it is in it is mansub or in the status of nasab. Talibin, it is taking two kasra, so it is in the jar state, it is majroor. Talibun, taliban, talibin. Okay. Mudarrisun, rafa state. Mudarrisan, nasab state. Mudarrisin, it is majroor. Okay. Baytun, it is marfu. Baytan, it is mansub. Baytin, it is majroor. Masjidun, it is in rafa state. Masjidan, it is in nasab state. Masjidin, it is in jar state. Okay. So this is all i'rab. You are looking specifically for mufrad, for singular. You are looking for the last letters sound. Okay. Remember this. That's how you identify the i'rab. Now, again, few more examples. You know that if I attach al with any ism, then the last letter will not take two fatha or dhamma or kasra. It will only take single dhamma. So sarirun is bed. If I say as-sariru, I have attached al to that, then it will not carry tanween and on the last letter. So as-sariru, since it is taking dhamma, so it is marfu. As-sarira, again it is mansub, and as-sariri, it is majroor. An-najmu means the star. An-najmu, the star. It is in the status of rafa. An-najma, it is in the status of nasab. An-najmi, it is in the status of jar. Al-waladu, the boy. Okay, it is marfu. Al-walada, it is mansub. Al-waladi, it is majroor. Al-qamaru, which is the moon. Okay, it is in the status of rafa because it is taking single dhamma at the end. Al-qamara, it is taking single fatha, so it is in the status of nasab. And al-qamari, it is in the status of jar. Okay, this is all what i'rab. Fine. Now you have learned Ismul Mausool and Silatul Mausool. Now I'm going to differentiate between two types of Ismul Mausool and Silatul Mausool. So what is that? I was supposed to modify this slide because someone didn't like this the position of this arrow. I will just do this. Okay. Okay. Now, so Ismul Mausool and Silatul Mausool. Now, Ismul Mausool is used for both aqil and ghair aqil. You know what is aqil and ghair aqil. I don't have to repeat that again. Aqil, what is aqil? What are aqil? So, okay. Jinn, humans, jinn, and angels. These are aqil. The three makhluk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ins, jinn, and malaika. These are aqil. Rest, all the makhluk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are ghair aqil, according to Arabic language. Okay, yes. Aqil means the one have intelligence. Okay, according to Arabic languages. Now, Ismul Mausool, you have been taught with two Ismul Mausool. Alladhi, actually you were taught only one Ismul Mausool, I think. Alladhi, today you are going to learn Allati also. Alladhi is used for masculine, muzakkar objects. Allati is used for feminine, muannas objects. Okay. Al-Fata. Al-Fata means what? The young fellow. Okay. The young boy. Al-Fata alladhi kharaja al-ana ibnu ammi. What is the meaning of this? Al-Fata alladhi kharaja al-ana ibnu ammi. What is the meaning of this sentence? Al-Fata is the young boy. Alladhi, the meaning of Ismul Mausool, Alladhi or Allati means For aqil, it will mean who, and for ghair aqil, it will mean which. The young boy who left now is the son of my uncle. Well done, brothers and sisters. He is the son of my uncle. So this kind of Ismul Mausool is for Muzakkar Aqil. Okay, you don't need to know this the name this way, but you have to just know it's used for Muzakkar and Aqil. Okay, because by Aqil, it is Alladhi is referring to what? Al-Fata. Al-Fata. Al-Fata means the young boy, and he's human, so it is used for Aqil. And the thing that is described, Alladhi, it's further described, that is called Silatul Mausool. So the text that is written in green color is Silatul Mausool. Alladhi. Alladhi is further elaborated as Kharajalana. The boy who means, what is the further description of who? Who left now. This is the further description of Alladhi, who left now. Is what? Ibn Ammi, is the son of my uncle, my chacha. Okay, my paternal uncle. Okay, I understood, brothers and sisters. Now let's take an example of Alladhi or Ghair Aqil. Al-qalamu alladhi ma'aka maksurun. What is the meaning of this? Al-qalamu alladhi ma'aka maksurun. What is the meaning of this? The pen that is with you is broken. Well done. Or which is with you, or that is with you. Well done. You can normalize the English. You don't need to say in a literal English, literal translation. Yes. So here alladhi is what? It is na'at of what? Al-qalam. Alladhi is na'at of qalam, or it is referring to what? Al-qalam, which is ghair aqil here. And it is the further Silatul Mausool of this is the further description, elaboration of that is which is with you, that is with you, that is ma'aka, maksur. Okay, so this is for ghair aqil. Understood, brothers and sisters? Okay, now we'll take the example of allati. Allati. Al-fatatu allati kharajatil ana bintu ammi. Exactly same sentence, but now it is referring to the young girl. Al-fatatu allati. Al-fata, because it's ending with ta marbuta. The young girl who, now it is in the previous sentence it was kharajal ana. It was referring to the male person, the young fellow. Okay, here it is referring to the young girl. Okay, so it will be kharajat. So actually this is kharajat, but since al-ana contains al, so normally this tas which was having sukoon, for easy pronunciation, kasra, it converts into kasra. But actually it is kharajat. The ta is taking as ta is carrying sukoon on it actually, but for easy pronunciation, when al comes, when a sentence, when al comes after ta sukoon, then it will take kasra below it. Okay, kharajatil ana, for easy reading. Kharajatil ana bintu ammi is daughter of my uncle. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now take the example of ghair aqil. As-sa'atu allati ma'aka maksurun. As-sa'atu means the watch. As-sa'atu allati ma'aka maksuratun. Again, this is changed. Khabar is changed. Maksuratun, it is again feminine because it's referring to what? The watch. Is it clear, brothers and sisters, or any confusion here? Okay. Good. MashaAllah. Now, today I'm just going to give you a slight flavor of fi'l al-mudari. Fi'l al-mudari. What is mudari? Mudari is present tense fi'l. Okay, present tense fi'l. Now you have been learning till now fi'l al-madi, fi'l al-madi, which means past tense. I am going to give you little, I'm going to talk about it little, fi'l al-mudari. Okay, so why? Because this lesson number 11, there is one fi'l al-mudari that has come, just one occasion of. I'm just giving you the little introduction of that. So I told you that fi'l, we are talking about fi'l al-thulathiyya, means the fi'l that is based on 3 letters. Now let's take these 3 letters, ha, ba, and ba. Ha, ba, and ba. How can I write this? Now there are 2 ba coming. When there are 2 ba coming, I can write it with a single ba and I can put shadda on it. I can write as a single ba and I can put shadda on it, which will indicate it is 2 ba. Okay, that's the rule in Arabic, which indicates that it is 2 ba. So this is a fi'l al-madi called habba. It's called habba. Okay, what is the meaning of habba? He loved. It's fi'l al-madi. Okay, fa'il is mustatiriya. Fa'il is mustatiriya, habba. Okay, he loved. Now I have taken this example because the fi'l that has come in this chapter, in chapter number 11, it is based on habba only. It is based on habba only, but in the form of mudaare. Okay, in the form of mudaare. Now remember, when there is in the fi'l al-mudaare, when it starts with ya, for example, yuhibbu. Now this is the present tense. Yuhibbu, then it means he loves. Yuhibbu means he loves. So when it begins with ya in fi'l al-mudari, then it is referring to 3rd person. It is referring to 3rd person masculine. Yuhibbu means he loves. Now it is not talking about past. It is talking about mudari. It can be present or future. He loves. Okay, when fi'l starts with letter ta, then it refers to she. Okay, 3rd person female. Tuhibbu. So yuhibbu means he loves. Tuhibbu means she loves. Okay, now when the same fi'l, it starts with hamza. When it starts with hamza, then it will be uhibbu, means I love. Now this is the word that has come in this chapter number 11. That's why I've given this introduction of this fi'l. So uhibbu. Okay, uhibbu means I love. It is in the present form, in the present tense, fi'l al-mudari. Okay, now if I want to say we love, it will begin with noon, nuhibbu, we love. Okay, that's the. Now I've only shown you these 4 combinations because these are the simplest form of combinations. I have not gone into the other details of fi'l al-mudari. Okay, just a small introduction of fi'l al-mudari. Okay, inshallah you will learn more in 2nd book, fi'l al-mudari, in detail. Okay, is this clear, brothers and sisters? Yuhibbu, he loves. Tuhibbu, she loves. Uhibbu, I love. Nuhibbu, we love. So you might be reading Quran and you might go through such fi'l in mudari, so you will know, okay, it's starting with u. Okay, it's referring to 1st person. It's starting with nu. It's referring to 1st person, but plural. So in the same way for ya and ta. Okay, this is just for your introduction. Okay, little about fi'l al-mudari. Now let's go to another new topic today. Now this, okay, it's again some revision about Zarf. Zarf is, I told you Zarf, there was some confusion about Zarf by some people, so I've just taken a slide into it. I will just spend 5 minutes on Zarf again. Zarf are 2 kinds. Okay, I'm explaining you Zarf, two types of Zarf, which indicates time and place. So when it is indicating time, it is called Zarful Zaman. When it is indicating place, then it's called Zarful Makan. Okay, normally Zarf acts like Mudaf. So it is coming with Mudaf ilayh. Okay, for example, if I want to say Tahtal Maktabi, Tahtal Maktabi, so below the desk. Al Maktabi is the Mudaf ilayh. Okay, Tahta means below, which indicates Makan. So it is Zarful Makan. Okay, Zarf can come alone also. Zarf can come alone also. So not necessarily it will come with the combination of Zarf Mudaf ilayh, but it can come alone also. Now, one rule, always remember, this is a golden rule. Always remember, Zarf will never be Mubtada. Zarf will never be Mubtada in a sentence. In a Jumla Ismiya, it will never be Mubtada. Zarf is always Mansoob, though there are exceptions. And few exceptions, I'm going to, actually, it is out of scope now, but I'm going to say, give you few exceptions in this next slide. Okay, few exceptions I will give you today, inshallah. But that is out of your scope. If you will not understand them, you can skip it. No problem. If you have not understood that part, you can just skip it. I am always giving you some extra information just for people who can understand. Okay. Now, just to give you a few examples, Amamal Madrasati. So this is a combination of Zarf Mudaf ilayh, Zarf Mudaf ilayh, Amamal Mudarris, Mudarrisati, Amamal Mudarrisati. Okay, what does it mean? Amam al Mudarrisati. Amama means what? Amama means what? In front. Well done. So it is what kind of a zarf is this? Zarful Makan or Zarful Zaman? Makan. Yes. What does it mean? Amam al Mudarrisati. What does it mean? In front of the teacher. What is the gender of teacher? Muannas. Well done. Muannas. Good. Tahtal Maktabi. Tahtal Maktabi. Okay. So this example I already mentioned. Now, let's take the few examples of Zarfu Zaman, which is Qabla and Ba'da, because these examples have come in these chapters. So I have specifically taken Qabla and Ba'da. So if I say Qabla Usbu'in, Qabla means before, Ba'da means after, Qabla means before. In Urdu language, people who have mother tongue of Urdu, they know Qabla means Qabl. Qabl, we say Qabl means before. Ba'da means afterwards. Okay. So qabla usbu'in means a week before. Usbu'un means week. Okay. Qabla usbu'in, a week before. Okay. Again, this is zarf mudaf ilayh. Ba'da darsi. Okay. After the class or after the lesson or after the chapter. Okay. Ad-dars is also referred to the class. Okay. After the class. Okay. After the lesson. Yes. Ba'da darsi. بعد هذا الدرس. Okay, بعد هذا الدرس. Now, can you do the analysis of this? بعد is what? Zarf. What is مضاف إليه? What is مضاف إليه? And this is after this class. Okay. Can you do the analysis of this? The ad-darsi. Okay, so I'm saying zarf comes with mudaf ilayh. Now, ba'da is mudaf. What is mudaf ilayh here? One sister says, Sister Rubina Moise says, hada is mudaf ilayh. Mudaf ilayh will be one. Hada is mudaf. Yes. Hada is mudaf ilayh. Hada is mudaf ilayh. So what is the status of hada here? What is the status of hada here? What is the status of hada here? Yes, it is majroor. It is majroor. But why it is not written as hazi? You cannot write because hada is mabni. It will be always in the rafa state also it will be hada. In the nasab state also it will be written as hada. In the jar state also it will be written as hada. It cannot change. It is aklu. It is rigid. In all the status, it will not show in the form of sign. So there are some words, they do not, they are rigid. Okay. Hada. So why ad-darsi is majroor? Why is this majroor? Why is this majroor? It is badal. Well done, Sister Tasneem. It is badal. Badal of what? Badal of what? No, Sister Sufia Samreen. Why ad-darsi is majroor? Because Haza, because it is badal of Haza. And what is the other name we call it as? It is Musharun ilayh of Haza. It is Musharun ilayh of Haza. You can even say Musharun ilayh. Yes. Okay. Yes. Safara abi qabla usbu'in. Now, what kind of jumla is this? Safara. Safara means he traveled. Safara means traveled. Okay. Jumla fi'liya. Well done. Jumla fi'liya. So when it is jumla fi'liya, what are the things we are looking for? What are the things we are looking for? Fail, fa'il, and maf'ul. Maf'ul, or if there is mutalik bil fail, if it is present. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this sentence? Okay. Don't tell me the meaning now. First, do the analysis. What is failure? What is failure? What is failure? Safara. Yes. So fail is safara. So fail is safara. So this is fail. And what is file? Abi is file. Abi is file. Well done. So Safara Abi means what? This part is, what does it mean? What is what kind of combination is Abi? My father. Abi. It is a, what kind of combination is this? Mudaf mudaf ilayh. Well done. My father. So my father traveled. Now qabla usbu'in. What is qabla usbu'in? Zarf mudaf ilayh. Qabla usbu'in is zarf mudaf ilayh. Means a week before. My father traveled a week before. Now, qabla usbu'in, this is zarf. So what kind of maf'ul is this? Maf'ul. It is maf'ul fihi. Okay. Why? Because when I told you, when maf'ul, yes, maf'ul, you ask a question, when maf'ul is coming, when it gives the answer to who and what, then it is maf'ul bihi. When you are when the maf'ul gives the answer to when and where, then it is maf'ul fihi. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't want to know, then you can simply say just it's maf'ul. Okay. You don't need to go into this complication. Okay. Kharajat, kharajtu ba'da ad-darsi. Kharajtu ba'da ad-darsi. What is, okay? Do the analysis of this. Sister Sana Jabin, please. First do the analysis so you will be able to correctly translate. Don't go on translation directly. First do the analysis. What is kharajtu? Kharajtu. What is the meaning of kharajtu? What is the meaning of kharajtu? I left. Good. I left. I left بعد الدرس. I left. Yes, two is file. Well done. Yes, very good. I left and بعد الدرس. So what will be the, now you will be able to do correct translation. بعد. I left after the dars. I left after the dars. Yes. Okay. Now let's take another example. ذهبت إلى المسجد قبل الأذان. Okay. Again, do the analysis of this. What is ذهبت here? What is the meaning of ذهبت? I went. Where did I went? Where did I went? To the masjid. Yes, I went to the masjid. When did I went? قبل الأذان. When did I went? Before azan. So this is maf'ul fihi, and this is mutalik bil fi'l. Okay. Good. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Simple or difficult? Okay, this is the last example here. Usafiru ba'da shahrin. Usafiru. What kind of fi'l is this? Fi'l al-madi or fi'l al-mudaare? Mudaare. Well done. So usafiru. What is the meaning of this? Safara means yes. Safara means he travels. So usafiru means I travel. Okay, I will travel. Ba'da shahrin. I will travel. Shahrun means month. Okay. Ba'da shahrin means I will travel after a month. Okay. I will travel after a month. Good. MashaAllah. Okay. So now this, most of the time, these Zafuz Zaman, they come in the form of mudaf, as I mentioned. Sometimes I told you that there is an exception and that is out of scope, but I'm going to tell you something about that today. Sometimes it comes standalone also, means without mudaf. Okay. Without mudaf ilayh. So sometimes it comes standalone also. Okay. Now, according to the scholars of Arabic grammar, they say when it is coming without mudaf ilayh, then in that situation, actually, the mudaf ilayh is removed. Okay. Now, there is a, this is in the Surah Rum. There is a ayah, في بضع سنين لله الأمر من قبل ومن بعد. Okay. Now, قبل. Okay. So what is, if you look at the second bullet, when it comes at without mudaf ilayh, then they become mabni, and normally it takes the sign as dhamma. That's how it will take it as the sign as dhamma. By default, zarf is nasab. By default, zarf is nasab. But when it is coming without mudaf ilayh, then it will just take dhamma. That's all. Though see, so if you notice here, there is a harfu jar before it. There is a harfu jar before it. Min. Normally, it should have taken, it should have become qabli. But since there is no mudaf ilayya, it will be mabni. It will be qablu only. Okay. This is for extra knowledge. You don't need to worry about it if you cannot understand. I'm just telling you as an extra knowledge. Understood? So when it is coming without mudaf ilayh, it will be mabni. It will be rigid. So if mabni are what? whether they are in Rafa state or Nasab state or Jar state, their last letter sign, their Arab will not, you will not see the Arab changing. Though the position wise, they will be in the Rafa state or Nasab state or Jar state, but their sign will not change. Okay, understood, brothers and sisters? Okay. So this is the example from Quran. Okay. Fine, I'll go to the next slide. Now this slide, if you have not understood, no need to worry. This is your extra advanced knowledge. You will know this, inshallah, when we will go more into deeper studies afterwards. Okay. Okay. So I will just take, now I'm going to teach you a very important topic today. It's again a new topic, Ism. Let's again revise the Ism. Ism has 4 properties. Now these are the 4 properties: I'rab, Jins, Adad, Ism. Now I'm going to talk about number today. Till now, in all these first 10 chapters, you were always having the examples of Mufrad, Ism as singular, Mufrad only. Now, inshallah, in this chapter, you are going to learn about plurals. So there are 3 kinds of numbers in Arabic language: Mufrad, Mufradun, actually there should be un there, Mufradun, Muthanna means dual, and Jama means plural. Mufrad, Muthanna, and Jama. This is singular, this is dual, and this is plural, Jama. Singular, dual, and Jama. Okay, understood, brothers and sisters? Now I am going to, there are 2 kinds of Jama. There are 2 categories of Jama. One is called Jama Salim and one is called Jama Taksir. Salim, the meaning of Salim means intact. The meaning of Salim means intact. The meaning of Taksir means broken. The meaning of Taksir means broken. So there are 2 kinds of Jama, 2 kinds of plural in Arabic language: Jama Salim, Jama Taksir. Now I'll take an example. Now let's say there is a singular word called Muslimun, Muslim, Muslimun. Now I want to make plural of Muslimun. I will say, what I will do is I will add to Muslimun Waw and Noon. So I will take singular as it is and Muslim. So Muslim consists of 4 letters: Mim, Sin, Lam, Mim, and there is nothing in between. Immediately after Mim is Sin, then after Sin is Lam, and after Lam is Mim. So Muslimun plus, if I add 2 extra letters to that, Waw and Noon, so it will become Muslimun or Muslimuna. Muslimun or Muslimuna. Now, what is intact here? Why it is called Jama Salim? Salim, I said, means intact. What is intact here? This original word, which is Muslimun, it is intact. It is not disturbed. It is not broken. It is intact here. Understood, brother? That's why it is called Jama Salim. Okay. Now I'll give you the example of another one. Muslimatun. Again, Muslimatun, the main letters of this word is again Mim, Sin, Lam, and Mim. Muslim only, but you are adding Ta marbuta just because for the gender. This is something extra. Ta marbuta is just to make it feminine. But again, the original word is Muslim only. Okay. So Muslimun and plus Atun in this, you say, so it's you say Muslimatun, which means female Muslims, plural. Female Muslims, plural. Muslimatun. Here again, Muslim is intact. It is not broken. The original word is Muslim, or the original word is Muslim. It is intact. Muslimatun. So these are called Jama Salim. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? These such words are called Jama Salim. So there are two kinds of Jama in Arabic language, Jama Salim and Jama Taksir. So some of the Jama fall into Salim category, some of the Jama fall into Taksir category. Now let's take some of the example of Jama Taksir. Okay. Now Talibun means a student, single student. Now the Jama of this, the plural of this is Tullabun. Now see here, the original word was Talibun, but it is broken here. After Ta, there was Alif here, but what happened? After Ta, there is Lam here. So it is broken. This original word is broken. That's just why it's called Jama Taksir, Tullabun. Okay. It's incorrect to say Talibuna. It is incorrect to say Talibuna. No, you cannot say Talibuna. You have to say Tullabun only. That's how in Arabic language, it has been defined. The plural is defined this way for the word, for the plural of Talibun. Okay. In the same way, Ukhtun means sister. Okay. Ukhtun means sister. The plural of that is akhawatun. So original word is ukhtun, but what happened? Akhawatun. There is these two letters, so it is broken. The original word is completely broken. So this is Jama Taksir. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? The difference between Jama Salim and Jama Taksir. If this is clear, I am going to finish the class today, and tomorrow we'll continue. Okay. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. Inshallah, see you tomorrow, same time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallahu feek.